What's up, y'all? It's your boy AJ, and as some of you may know, I took a hiatus through September to December, and I have acquired quite a few pieces of physical media within that time frame. So I wanted to take the time to show off what I picked up in the months of October, November, and December. It's quite a bit. So, settle in, get your popcorn ready, and yeah, we're gonna get into this thing. So let's go. So first and foremost, I wanted to start off with the DVD because, I don't really buy a lot of DVDs. So I picked up Fading West. It is a Switchfoot documentary. And if you don't know who Switchfoot is, it is a band. It's a rock band I've been following since high school, probably middle school, and it is one of my favorite bands of all time. I have seen this documentary, but I wasn't able to find it in the wild until maybe October, and I found it at Half Price Books for like $3. So Fading West, the documentary, it is it's a good documentary. I really enjoyed it, and if you're a Switchfoot fan or if you're a fan of rock music, period, you should check it out. And that's the inside art for it. Fading West. So let's get into some of the just random Blu-rays that I picked up. This one is for my buddy Tyler. I picked up Glass, Split, and Unbreakable, the 3-pack. He's trying to get into the Shyamalan films, so I picked this up for him. I'm going to send that out to him soon. Next is Sinister. I got that on Blu-ray, and I switched out the blue case with Age of Ultron, I believe. So it has a red case now. I think that's pretty dope. I do enjoy this movie. I've seen it before. It wasn't a blind buy, but I wanted to have it in the collection. I really enjoy this movie. On the second watch, I didn't love it as much, but I still like it. It stays, it overstays its welcome a little bit. Next one is Ginger Snaps. Obviously, I bought this around Halloween time, October. Ginger Snaps, I do enjoy this movie. I saw it in 2021 for the first time. I actually did a reaction to the film. So if you're interested in seeing my reaction to this movie, go back and check out that video. But Ginger Snaps on Blu-ray, it is the Scream Factory Blu-ray. Another Scream Factory Blu-ray I picked up is Sleepaway Camp. This movie, I don't think it is a good movie, but I do enjoy watching it. It's one of those guilty pleasures for me. I also did a reaction to this movie, and it was quite the watch, believe me. Next up is Long Shot. I've seen this movie. I actually saw this movie in the theater, and I just never bought it. Somebody gave me the digital code years ago, but I went ahead and picked up the Blu-ray. I enjoyed this movie. It's a good rom-com. I enjoy it. Next is Training Day. Of course, I would pick up Training Day on Blu-ray as soon as they announce, or right before they announce a 4K for it. I think it's coming out in February. Maybe March. I can't really remember right now, but Training Day, fantastic movie, fantastic performances from Ethan Hawke and Denzel Washington. Love Training Day. Also picked up The Corpse Bride. This is one of my favorite Halloween type films. I love the animation. The characters are great. The Corpse Bride. I love it. This one I got for Christmas. It's not one that I was like, oh, I have to have this, but it was one on my list that I was like, I seen it a while ago and I remember liking it, so might as well, have it in the collection. And my wife Stacy picked it up for me. She's out of my league. It's a decent little comedy. Next is Crazy Stupid Love. I remember seeing this in the theater, loving it. I bought it on Blu-ray when it came out, and I didn't really like it on a rewatch, so I sold it. Then I watched it again on Netflix recently. I was like, yo, what was I thinking? This is a great movie. So Crazy Stupid Love, I went out and bought it. It was like maybe $4, so I went ahead and picked it up. It's one of the best rom-coms out there. Next one is Doctor Who, Twice Upon a Time. I am a Whovian. I love Doctor Who. I haven't really been into the more recent seasons, but I really enjoyed Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. And I found this at Dollar Tree for $1.25. So, you know, go figure. Can't go wrong with that. Next, I got this film for my birthday, and it is the Walmart exclusive slipcover for Pearl. I really enjoyed this movie in the theater. I have not watched it since, so maybe my thoughts will have changed, but I doubt it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I really like X too. When I watched X for the first time, I think I gave it like a 3 out of 5. 3.5 out of 5. It was cool, it was okay, but I didn't love it. Then on a rewatch, I was like, I actually really enjoyed this movie, so I gave it a 4 out of 5. That's the same as I gave Pearl, so maybe if I watch Pearl, my score will go down, it might go up, who knows. Next up, I'm gonna just show all these at the same time. I got the Ip Man trilogy, and then I got part 4, and then Master Z. It is like a spinoff of Ip Man, and it's got Batista. It's got, I don't know really who this guy is, Max Zong, and Michelle Yeoh. So, you know, I went ahead and picked it up. I like the cast. I like Batista, and I like Michelle Yeoh. So I was like, might as well get that too. So, Ip Man trilogy, part 4, and this little spinoff. Next, I got this for my birthday as well. My buddy Tyler picked it up for me and sent it out. He got me High School Musical 2 on Blu-ray. I have the DVD, so he wanted to upgrade it for me. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. This is one of my favorite, you know, movies as a kid, so it's very nostalgic for me. So I appreciate it, bro. Next, you know, this film, I watch the remake every year, and it's okay. And I always watch it like in September to like, you know, kind of pregame for October. It's not like one of those October films, oh, you gotta watch it in October because this is the best film. No, it's not very good at all. But I finally watched the original, and I absolutely loved it. Made me never want to watch the remake ever again. It is When a Stranger Calls. This movie actually freaked me out. It actually freaked me out, and it takes a lot for movies to freak me out anymore. But When a Stranger Calls, the original film, it's very creepy, and it knows how to build tension. It knows how to, you know, insert its frights, you know, at the right moment. So timing is great with this film, and I think it is very well paced. I think it builds tension great, and it actually freaked me out. So I went ahead and picked up When a Stranger Calls, a show without the slip cover. This is what it looks like without the slip. It's got this little VHS kind of look to it, the tape coming out of it. I don't know. I don't know if I love that, but it's fine. Next is it's a great film. I love the cast. I love the tension. It is a thriller. It's called Prisoners. This movie is wild. It does take its time, but the payoff is amazing. Last time I saw this movie was in the theater, and I wanted to pick it up for a while, but the first time I picked it up, I bought it and they had the wrong disc in it, so I went ahead and picked it up. I made sure it had the right disc in it this time. So Prisoners, I really love that movie. Next is a movie that it's okay. It's not fantastic. It is Terrifier. It's okay. I watched it for the first time in 2021, last year. Well, the year before last now, and it's just like the clown walking around killing people for no reason. And yeah, that's what slashers are, but it like really didn't have a story. Like a lot of slasher stories are weak. This one is kind of non-existent. So it was fine. The acting was really bad to me, and I just didn't love it, but I wanted to pick it up because I wanted to rewatch it, number one, and number two, I picked up the second film, in which I'll get to later, and I wanted to have both of them in my collection, so I went ahead and picked up Terrifier, the original. Next is Ghostbusters Afterlife. I went ahead and pulled the trigger and bought the Blu-ray. I know I probably should have got the 4K. I just hate that 4K cover. I settled for the Blu-ray, man. I settled for the Blu-ray because I hate the 4K cover. And it was pretty cheap. It was like $5, so I went ahead and picked it up. Ghostbusters Afterlife. Next is The Mountain Between Us. I actually picked this up for me and Stacy to watch because I know she loved the book, and I brought this home. I was like, I got a movie for us, and she was like, I seen it. I was like, you didn't like it? She was like, it was okay. So I'll probably watch this either by myself. She might rewatch it, but The Mountain Between Us. Next is The French Dispatch. I enjoyed this movie in the theater. I didn't love it. Like, it was good, but I didn't like think it was a 5 out of 5 or anything. But Wes Anderson is a very unique filmmaker. Pretty much any film by him, you can look at the screen and tell, oh, this is a Wes Anderson movie because of the way things are laid out, the color palettes and everything like that. So Wes Anderson is a very unique filmmaker, and I am glad to add this to the collection. This one, I don't really know why I bought this. I just bought it on a whim. I got the Family Guy, It's a Trap, adaptation, and it is a Star Wars adaptation. I don't think I've ever seen it, maybe bits and pieces or clips online, but I went ahead and picked up Family Guy, It's a Trap. All right, those are it for the random Blu-rays. Now we're gonna get into the DC animated Blu-rays that I picked up. I got Superman Doomsday. That sticker won't come off. I hate that. So I'm probably gonna have to switch out the case for that. Superman Doomsday, Batman, and Harley Quinn. I watched this and I did not love it. It's okay. I have a soft spot for Harley Quinn though. Like whenever Harley Quinn is on screen, like it melts my heart. I love Harley Quinn so much, but this movie isn't that great. I gotta admit that. Next is Throne of Atlantis. I can't really remember when I picked this up, but I love that embossing. I do enjoy that movie though. I've seen it and I enjoy a lot of these DC animated films I have not seen, but I'm gonna change that. Justice League Dark, I have not seen this. Also love the embossing though. Justice League Dark. Batman Hush, this does not have embossing, but I have not seen this movie. Harley Quinn's in it, so I'm excited to watch it. Green Lantern Beware My Power. I have seen this. I watched it on HBO Max, and I was like, this is pretty decent. I like it, so I went ahead and picked it up. It was on sale around Black Friday. So, Batman Assault on Arkham. I have not seen this. I heard it is great, so I went ahead and picked it up. Suicide Squad Hell to Pay. Also has Harley Quinn and some other characters from the Suicide Squad, so watch that. Has it embossed. Batman The Dark Knight Returns Deluxe Edition. Superman Batman Apocalypse. I love this slipcover. Slipcover is raw. The Death of Superman. It is kind of embossed, yes. It's a good movie. I have seen that one. Justice League Dark. Apocalypse War. This is Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. This is the second one. I think this is the movie to close out the DC animated DCAU. All right. Superman, Batman, Battle of the Super Sons. Found it at Disc Replay for like $3, $4. So I went ahead and picked it up. I think I bought it for $2, honestly, with my discount. Superman Unbound. Have not seen this one. So check that out. Green Lantern Emerald Knights. I love this slipcover as well. I have not seen the movie. Justice Society. World War II. Have not seen this one either. It's not embossed. It's all right. And my favorite DCAU film, Flashpoint Paradox. Love the slipcover for that. So dope. So that is the end of the DC animated Blu-ray films that I picked up. Now we're going to get into my Disney Blu-rays. I got live action, animated, and Pixar here. I got Christopher Robin, kind of a live action Winnie the Pooh film. I have not seen it, so I hear it's pretty good. Lady and the Tramp with a slip. Peter Pan. I love this slipcover. It's awesome and embossed. Actually, my buddy Alex Thomas picked this one up for me when we visited Cleveland. The Good Dinosaur. It has a lenticular slip. Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Picked up Dumbo. Also Inside Out with a lenticular slip. Picked up Moana. I do really like this slipcover. I also got Tarzan. The first Lion King. Cinderella. Finding Nemo. Brother Bear 1 and 2. I love the first Brother Bear. One of my favorites. Is a very underrated film. Ratatouille. I really do like Ratatouille. It's a great movie. It's a little long, but I like it a lot. Monsters University. It is a very underrated Pixar film, but Monster University. Aristocats. Love it. I love Malley Cat. Then I have Enchanted. I picked up Enchanted on Black Friday. Got Sleeping Beauty. This movie is not great, but I love Maleficent. And one of my recent favorites, because I never watched this movie as a kid, but in 2021, I believe, either 2021 or I think it was 2022 when I watched it for the first time. Beauty and the Beast. I love it. I love this movie. So that is the end of my Disney Blu-rays. Now we're going to get into, let's do Christmas 4Ks. Let's get into that. So first up is Black Christmas, The Scream Factory. I picked that one up when it came out. Oh, picked up the Peanuts Holiday Collection. It's got the Great Pumpkin. It's got Charlie Brown Thanksgiving and Charlie Brown Christmas. I picked up It's a Wonderful Life 4K Steelbook. Every Time a Bell Rings. Angel Gets Its Wings. Great movie. Love that movie. I picked up Elf on 4K, one that I had been anticipating all year. This is another one I had been anticipating all year, is the Christmas Story, A Christmas Story 4K. Looks great on 4K, sounds great. And the Christmas Specials Collection on 4K. It's got Rudolph, Frosty, and Santa Claus Is Coming to Town. I love all three of these specials, but my favorite is Santa Claus Is Coming to Town. Fantastic. So those are my Christmas 4Ks. Now we're going to get into kind of the random 4Ks that I picked up. I got Suspiria. I really wish the slipcover came with it because I paid like $40 for this 4K and it didn't have a slip and I was very upset. Almost sent it back, but I was like, you know what? Let me just keep it. I need this film on 4K. So I went ahead and picked it up. It looks pretty good. I love the audio. The audio is fantastic. Next is Crank. Lionsgate was doing a little sale, so I picked it up for $6.99. Crank on 4K. Sherlock, season 1. I love this show, so I went ahead and picked up the 4K for it. I have not seen how it looks. I don't know how the transfer looks, but I'm sure it looks fine. The stream or whatever, however I watched it, looked really good. So, I think I watched it on Netflix a while ago, but Sherlock season 1 on 4K. I picked up the Star Trek trilogy on 4K and I got a great deal on this. This goes for about $40 online or even in stores, and I picked it up for $12.99. So I had to do it. I had to pick it up. I picked up Scream. Yes, I did have this already on the 4K Steelbook. I did not love that Steelbook, so I went ahead and picked up the slipcover for it. Scream, the original Scream. And I picked up Scream 2 as well. I love this slipcover for it. And Scream 2 is not my favorite, but it's growing on me. So, Scream 2. Next is another Lionsgate sale. It had, it's like $6.99. So Source Code. Picked up the Source Code 4K. I love the slip. I think it looks awesome. I also picked up Bumblebee on 4K. Had a slip. So went ahead and picked that up. I got New Mutants. Unfortunately. It's not a great movie. It's not good at all. But I went ahead and got the 4K, complete my collection, whatever. Next, I picked up Casablanca. It was on sale at Best Buy for $16.99. I had to pick it up. I had my eye on it ever since it came out. It was a little too expensive for me when it first came out, but it went on sale for $16.99. So let me pick that up. I got it. Next is 8 Mile. The same deal with this. I didn't want to pick it up as soon as it came out. It went on a little sale, so I went ahead and got it. Jordan Peele's Nope. I wanted to get the Walmart exclusive slipcover for this, and I was able to grab it. So, Jordan Peele's Nope. Next, I picked up Pulp Fiction, the 4K. This is an upgrade for me. I did have the Blu-ray, but I went ahead and got the slipcover for Pulp Fiction. I really enjoy this movie. It's not a perfect film for me, but I do enjoy this movie a lot, and I'm excited to watch it on 4K. I love the slip. Next is one that really surprised me. It's a 2022 film. It really surprised me. I did not expect it to be as good as it was. I talked about the first one earlier. It is Terrifier 2. And the first one I just didn't really like that much. So when they said, oh, part 2 is coming out in the theater, I was like, whatever. I probably won't watch it. Then people were saying it's really good and it's even better than the first one. It's like, okay, well, maybe I'll see it. So I went to the theater, saw it. It was great. It is a little too long, but I do enjoy it a lot. And I'm excited to rewatch it. I'm glad I have it on 4K now. Terrifier 2. This one was also kind of a surprise for me. I wanted to see it ever since the trailer came out. I saw the trailer. I was like, I want to see that. But I didn't think it was going to be as good as it was. And I know that's kind of divisive because a lot of people don't like this film, but it is Smile. I really enjoyed Smile. I know a lot of people that just thought it was mediocre, didn't really like it that much, but I thought it was dope. It was actually pretty frightening. That's the back of it. Next is The Woman King. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit. There are some aspects of the movie that I didn't love, but I saw it in theaters in Dolby. Loved the Dolby experience. So, Woman King, I rewatched it on 4K. Looks and sounds great. Great transfer. This one, I feel like I'm kind of on an island. Most people did not love this movie. I absolutely loved it. It is Bodies, 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 the 4K. And this movie is dope. I loved it. Next is To Kill a Mockingbird. This is a childhood favorite of mine. I used to read the book. I read the book when I was a kid, and I watched the movie when I was a kid, and I was like, this is fantastic. It's very well written, and it is very well acted. Gregory Peck is fantastic in this film, and I was able to pick it up on 4K. Next is Beetlejuice. I picked up Beetlejuice on 4K. I liked the movie. I didn't love it the first time I watched it. And then when I picked up the 4K, I watched it again. I might like it even less, but I do love this slipcover. So that's kind of a hot take. Beetlejuice is not really my favorite. Interstellar. This movie on 4K looks fantastic. I picked it up because I had Interstellar, the Blu-ray steelbook, but the steelbook was cracked, and I was like, let me upgrade it. Let me get the slip. So, Interstellar. I even love this slipcover. I love the design here. Interstellar. Next is kind of a lackluster release as far as the packaging, but I do love the slip, and I really enjoyed the transfer. It is the Evil Dead 2013 Scream Factory release for the 4K, and the slipcover is dope, but it didn't come with a Blu-ray. It's just the 4K, and I loved how it looked and sounded. It was great. The transfer is fantastic, but the actual release, it just has the slipcover. It doesn't have any, reversible artwork or anything like that, and it doesn't come with a Blu-ray. So I don't know. I might pick up the Blu-ray one day just to have it, but Evil Dead 2013. And I picked up Evil Dead 2 because I didn't own it, so I went ahead and picked up the 4K for it. And I picked up the Army of Darkness 4K from Scream Factory. It looks pretty good. It's a decent release. It's a decent transfer. I like the slipcover. I do like the steelbook a little bit more, but I went ahead and settled for the slip for it. But Army of Darkness, it's good. All right, that is it for the random 4Ks that I picked up. Now we're getting into the Marvel 4Ks that I picked up. I got Black Panther on 4K. I got Captain America, the First Avenger on 4K. Captain America, the Winter Soldier. Thor, the Dark World. Avengers, Age of Ultron. This is my favorite 4K of all MCU movies that I've seen on 4K. This 4K is fantastic. I was not expecting that at all, but I watched it and I was like, yo, this is kind of fire. So, and I really love this movie. This is a 5 out of 5 movie for me personally. So I know I'm kind of the odd man out with that, but I love Age of Ultron, and the transfer being as good as it is just a plus. All right, so that's the end of my MCU 4K pickups. Now getting into my Disney 4K pickups. I got Frozen 2. I got this like little digi pack. It's pretty awesome. So, Frozen 2. Then I picked up Onward, Disney Pixar's Onward on 4K. I don't think a slipcover ever did come with this release at all, so I'm not that upset about getting it without a slipcover. And I picked up Zootopia. Looks fantastic on 4K. Tangled. I have not seen this on 4K yet, but I hear it looks pretty good. I saw Luca for $5 and with a slipcover on 4K, so I went ahead and picked it up. I did like this movie when I first watched it. I don't know how it's going to be on a rewatch, but it's pretty good. Little Mermaid on 4K. This might be blasphemy for some people, but I have not seen this movie ever. So I'm excited to watch it on 4K, but I have not seen it at all. Next, I picked up this on 4K because I saw it on sale, but I don't really love this movie. I hated it the first time I watched it. Then on the rewatch, I was like, you know, I might have been a little too hard on it. Lightyear on 4K. I still didn't love it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was in the theater when I watched it. Next, I picked up Ralph Breaks the Internet. I don't really like this movie, but it was on sale, or was it on sale? It might not have been on sale, but it was, I think it was like maybe $5 at Disc Replay on 4K. So I went ahead and picked it up, complete the collection, you know. Then I finally picked up Cruella. Emma Stone. This movie surprised the crap out of me. I did not expect to like this movie as much as I did, but I really, really enjoyed it, and I'm excited to watch it at home. All right, that was the end of my Disney 4Ks. DC 4Ks, I picked up DC's Super Pets, League of Super Pets. I really enjoyed this movie. I saw this in the theater, and it kind of blew me away. And I know a lot of people were like, what? Super Pets, what the heck? But I really, really liked this movie. Watch it on a rewatch at home, and I think I was a little bit on the theater high when I watched it, because it's not as good as I, watched when I watched it the first time. It's not as good, but it's still pretty cool. So, League of Super Pets. Then Batman, The Long Halloween. I got this on 4K. It is the deluxe edition, so it is not split up into 2 parts. So it just goes right into the second one. After you watch the first one, it kind of goes right into the second one, like one long movie. And I don't know how I love that. I don't, because I've seen both parts separately. I watched part 1 and part 2, and then I watched this, and I kind of wanted to split it up. I kind of wanted to pause it after the first one was over and then start the second part later. So it would have been like part 1 and part 2 anyway. So I don't know. It's a good movie. I don't love it like everybody else does, but I wanted to pick up the deluxe edition. I didn't own the movies, so I was like, let me get the deluxe edition on 4K. So Batman Long Halloween Deluxe Edition. And that is the end of my DC 4Ks. Now let's get into the anime that I picked up. Princess Mononoke. It's a great Studio Ghibli film. I got this for Christmas, My Hero Academia Season 4 on Blu-ray. I just picked this one up not too long ago, Demon Slayer, the Entertainment District arc on Blu-ray. It's kind of Season 2. I don't even know how to say it anymore because it's not even really seasons anymore. It's just arcs. So Entertainment District arc. Then I picked up My Hero Academia World's Heroes Mission. It is the Blu-ray steelbook for it. My buddy John, Smooth J Stu, picked up Kiki's delivery service for me for my birthday / Christmas. So I appreciate you, brother, for picking this up for me, sending it out. This is one of my favorite Studio Ghibli films. It's awesome to have the steelbook for it. I picked up the Bullet Train steelbook as well. Well, I finished the anime. Now we're getting into the steelbooks. Bullet Train steelbook. I picked up the final final for now, Indiana Jones in the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I know I might get some hate for this, but I picked it up because I found it on a sale and I really love this design for the steelbook. The 2019 Lion King. I love this steelbook. And it's the 4K. The movie looks phenomenal as well. So I watched a little bit of it on 4K. I couldn't even get through the whole movie, but I watched a little bit of it on 4K and it looks phenomenal. So I blind bought this, the Fog steelbook, the Scream Factory release. I also picked up Paramount's The Ring. This is the steelbook itself, but it came in the slipcover, the paper slipcover of a VHS. I like the idea of this. I just wish it was plastic. It is paper. So I like it in this protector even more. It says 7 days on it. Next, I picked up The Godfather, the first Godfather, on steelbook, 4K steelbook. I definitely double dipped on this because I picked up the, big box or the big set that came out earlier this year. So, or earlier in 2022. I'm still getting used to it being 2023, but this is the Godfather steelbook. It was on sale for like a flash sale on Black Friday time. So I went ahead and picked it up and it never went back on sale after that flash sale. So I'm glad I picked it up when I did. Next is Reservoir Dogs. I picked up the Lionsgate steelbook for this. Fantastic. It's a really good movie and also an awesome release. It's a very dialogue heavy film, so if you're not into that, then you probably won't like it, but I think Tarantino did a fantastic job with this film. Next is Bram Stoker's Dracula. I have not seen this movie. I went ahead and blind bought this because I really liked the steelbook. And I hear it's a pretty good film, so I am going to check that out sometime. I'm not sure when. Picked up Good Burger on steelbook as well, Blu-ray steelbook. I love the colors, and I'm just so glad that this has a Blu-ray release, and I was able to acquire it. Good Burger. This one is kind of funny because I don't love this movie like everybody else does. I don't really like it either, but I have 3 copies of this movie now. La La Land. I love this steelbook. I've always liked it whenever I seen anybody show it off, and I saw it in the wild and I went ahead and picked it up. So now I have the Lionsgate steelbook, the original steelbook, and a Target exclusive slipcover for it, for a movie that I don't even love. All right. Next, Top Gun Maverick, one of the best films of 2022. I went ahead and picked up the steelbook for it. I love this steelbook. Fantastic. I'm sure it looks amazing on 4K. I haven't watched it yet on 4K, but I'm sure it looks amazing. I've heard it looks amazing. And last steelbook of the group is House of the Dragon Season 1. I picked that up. Yep. Great show. And I'm excited to watch it on 4K. So that is the end of my steelbooks. Now I have a couple Criterions. Actually, I think I only got one Criterion. This other one I picked up over the summer. So I got Raging Bull. I can't remember which one I picked up. So either this one, Raging Bull, or Some Like It Hot. This is the other Criterion that I picked up. Either one of these I picked up in November during the sale, but I can't remember which one it was. So I picked up one over the summer and one in November. All right. We'll show off this vinyl that I got for my birthday, Encanto. If you know me, you know that I love Encanto. Fantastic film, and I love the soundtrack. So next I'm going to show the TV shows that I picked up and the box sets. First TV show I picked up The Boys Season 1 and 2. Amazing series. I also picked up Firefly. I have not seen that show, but I'm going to check it out. I also picked up the Arrow video of An American Werewolf in London. I love this movie. I've been wanting this release, and I picked it up on the Arrow sale. I got the classic Universal Monsters, the 4-pack, the first one that released. It's got Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, and Invisible Man. I've only seen Dracula and Invisible Man. Invisible Man is superior. I picked up the DVD set of How I Met Your Mother. It was on sale. It's originally like $100, and I found it for like $30. So went ahead and picked it up. Next is That 70s Show. I picked it up for $20. I can't believe that I was able to actually find this for cheap like that, but I love this show, and I have the whole series now. Happy about that. I got this one for Christmas. I got the Fly box set. Stacy got it for me, and it has 5 of the films. It's got the original, it's got the Return of the Fly, Curse of the Fly, the remake, and the sequel to the remake. So the Fly box set. I've been having my eye on this for a while, and I'm glad I finally have it. Next, I picked up the Friends Complete series on Blu-ray, and I've been having my eye on this ever since it released, and I found it for $50, so I went ahead and got it. It's usually $100. So that is the end of my TV shows and box sets. Last but not least are the video games that I picked up. Start with the PS4 games. I got Doom Eternal. Have not played this. I played the original. It's really fun. I heard this game is even better. So Doom Eternal, I went ahead and picked that up. It was on sale for Black Friday. This was also on sale on Black Friday. It was the Need for Speed Heat. I played a demo of this in the store one day, and I loved it. And I never find it at the right price, but I found it on Black Friday. All right, moving on to the PS5 games. I got Horizon Forbidden West. This is a blind buy for me, and I have not played the original either. That's why I say it's a blind buy. I haven't played the original, but I've seen gameplay. It looks awesome. So Horizon Forbidden West. Ratchet and Clank. I bought this and played it for about 3 days, beat it. Loved this game, Ratchet and Clank. I'm definitely going to give it another playthrough, and you will be seeing a review for this on my Instagram soon. Next, I picked up Gotham Knights. It's okay. I played about 5 to 6 hours of it, and it's just fine. And last but not least, Grand Theft Auto, the PS5 version of Grand Theft Auto 5. I played through some of this, and it doesn't really have any, I mean, it is a little bit of a difference, but it doesn't have that much of a difference from the older versions of this game. The graphics are a little bit better, not by that much, but I went ahead and picked it up for PS5. It was on sale, so I got it. Thank you guys for sitting through all of that. I know it was a lot, but thank you for, checking it out. And yeah, this is going to be pretty much the last haul for a while. Like I said, I'm not going to be picking up anything in 2023. So I wanted to give you guys a big haul. And that's what I did. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Letterboxd, Twitch, AJREACTS2, all across the board, all one word. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.